guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have this gorgeous half cut crease look, which is a perfect evening wear for this upcoming Eid. And if you're wondering what lens I'm wearing, this is Crystal Grey from Adore. So I hope you enjoy it, and now let's get into the tutorial. So I'm starting off with my Essence Eye Head Stage Primer, and I'm applying it all over my lid so that my eyeshadows don't freeze and last all day. For a change today, I'm starting off with my eye makeup first because I would be playing around with glitter and I don't want the glitter to mess around my foundation. So for my eyeshadows today, I'm using the Huda Beauty palette, and at first I've taken this matte off-white shade with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush, and I'm just applying it all over my lid to set my eye primer. Then I'm taking this Scotch tape and I'm just applying it on my hand a couple of times to get rid of the extra stickiness, and then I'm popping it on the outer corner of my eye to give that sharp, crisp edge. Then I'm taking this shade called Sandalwood with my Morphe E23 brush, and I'm applying it on my crease. I'm taking this shade a lot high up to my brow bone because I have hooded eyes and I want the shade to be visible even when my eyes are wide open. Then I'm taking this shade called Henna, and with the same brush I'm going over my crease. I'm also applying this a little bit on my outer corner just to create that definition. Then I'm taking the shade Man Eater with my Sigma E25 brush, and again I'm applying it on my outer corner. I'm concentrating it mainly there, and when there's not much product on my brush, I'm dragging it into my crease. And then for some added definition, I'm using the shade Black Truffle, and with a pointed blending brush, this is from Morphe, I'm applying it on my outer corner again to create some depth and definition. And now it's time for the star of the show. So I'm taking this Stila Magnificent Metals Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Smoky Storm, and with a small synthetic concealer brush, I'm cutting my crease. I'm only cutting it halfway. And then with the applicator, I'm just covering up my eyelid. This eyeshadow is absolutely gorgeous and it's a dream to work with. The glitters, there's no fallout at all, so it's absolutely perfect. So with the concealer brush, I'm just trying to blend out the edges. And then I'm applying a little more black eyeshadow just to deepen out the outer corner. And then to line my eyes, I'm using the NYC Matte Liquid Black Eyeliner. So I'm just creating a very thin line and also a very small width. And now it's time to reveal the crisp edge. Just look at that beauty. And for my mascara today, I'm using the Loreal Voluminous False Fibre Lashes Mascara. So I'm applying a very thin coat on my upper lashes. So for my falsies today, I'm using the Jands lashes in the style Dhaka with my Duo Clear Lash Adhesive. So I'm just trying to place the lash as close to my natural lashes as possible. And now it's time for the face makeup. So at first I'm using this Mercier Badescu Rose Water Spray. This just helps to moisturize the skin. And then for my primer, I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. And along with that, I'm also using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecter liquid in the shade Opal on all my high points. Then I'm just blending it out using my finger. This is going to help to give a very natural glow from within. And for my foundation today, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Remarcable foundation. So at first I'm dotting it all over my face using this applicator, and then I'm gonna blend it out using a damp beauty blender. I'm also applying a little bit on my neck as well so that my face doesn't look different from my neck. So now I'm just blending it all out using a damp beauty blender. I'm also going over my lips as well just to conceal my natural lip color. And then for my concealer, today I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. This is in the shade medium and I'm applying it underneath my eyes in a triangular shape to highlight. And I'm also applying it on my chin, my nose bridge as well as my forehead to highlight my face. And then as usual, I'm using my damp beauty blender to blend everything out. To set the concealer in place, I'm using the L'Oreal Mercier Translucent Setting Powder and I'm applying it to all those areas where I've applied the concealer. This helps to prevent the concealer from creasing. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is in the shade Dim Light. This helps to give a very natural glow to the skin along with setting the foundation. And to contour, I'm using the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer, and with a flat contouring brush, I'm just carving out my cheekbones. With a dramatic look like this, I prefer a very defined contour, but it's up to your personal preference. So I'm also applying a little bit on my jawline to conceal my double chin, which is not really possible, but still I try. And I'm also applying a little bit on the edge of my forehead. I'm also contouring my nose a little bit, so at first I went in with the brush that I used to contour my cheekbones, but then for a more defined nose contouring I used this small brush from Real Techniques. So I'm just drawing two lines on the edges of my nose and just blending it out. And also I'm applying a little bit on the tip. For my blush today, I'm using this Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose d'Oro, and with an Elysium brush I'm just applying it on the apples of my cheeks. And to highlight my face, I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecter in the shade Champagne Pop, and I'm applying it on my cheekbones. I'm also applying a little bit on my forehead, my chin, my nose bridge, as well as my cupid's bow. I like a very strong highlight on my cupid's bow and the tip of my nose, so I'm applying it with my finger again. And I'm also applying a little bit of this highlighter on the inner corner of my eyes for some added pop. And I'm also using the same highlighter to highlight my brow bone. And then to fill in my brows, I'm using the Anastasia Deep Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Medium. And now I'm just going in with the spoolie to blend out the color properly. And to set my brow hairs in place, I'm using my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in the shade Medium Dark. And to set my base makeup in place, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. And now I'm going back to the eyes, and at first I'm lining my waterline using this Alex Savian Black Kohl pencil. And then to smudge out the black liner, I'm using the shade called Man Eater from the same Huda Beauty palette, and with a smudging brush I'm just blending out my lower lash line. For some further smoking out, I'm using the shade Henna with an EcoTools brush, and I'm really smoking out my lower lash line. And now it's time for the mascara, so I'm using the same L'Oreal mascara on my bottom lashes as well. And for my lips, at first I'm lining them with this red lip liner, and then I'm gonna fill them in with MAC Ruby Woo. And I also went over it with MAC All Fired Up. So here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, then please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family so that I can reach more people. And this is probably gonna be my last tutorial for this upcoming Eid, so I hope you have a wonderful Eid, and Eid Mubarak to all of you.